Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Regina and I am on a weight loss journey to lose 100 pounds. I need to lose this weight in order to get knee surgery. I have been requested by my surgeon that I must weigh a certain amount, and that would be a total of 100 pounds. Since I started my journey in April, I have lost 21 pounds, and I am trying to do this the sustainable way, so it might take me a while, but I'm getting there. If you'd like, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and go ahead and follow my journey. I would really appreciate it. Thanks so much. So tonight I'm going to be sharing with you 3 recipes that I really love. The first is a lean ground beef meatball recipe that I use all the time. And the second is a Mexican enchilada dish. I love Mexican food, so this particular dish is one of my favorites. And the third is a Asian inspired recipe that is inspired by the P.F. Chang's lettuce wrap. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started and get into the recipe. For this meatball recipe, you're going to need 1/2 cup of Pecorino Romano cheese, fresh garlic, fresh basil, a 1/2 teaspoon of dried onion, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of fresh ground pepper, 1/4 cup of half and half, and 1/4 cup of tomato sauce. This is what makes the meatballs moist, is to use the tomato sauce and the half and half. And then you're going to need 2 eggs as well. This recipe, you're going to be using ground beef and 2 eggs. I had requested 93% ground beef, but unfortunately the grocer brought me the wrong kind, and so I had no choice but to use this for this recipe. Go ahead and use it if you have to, but it's better to use the 93% if you can. Go ahead and whisk your eggs together. Get them whisked as much as you can. Ground beef and put it into a bowl, followed by the breadcrumb mixture, and then you're going to go ahead and put the 2 eggs in. Make sure that you don't overwork it, just kind of blend it together. Take a flat rimmed baking sheet and put aluminum foil in it and spray it with Pam spray so that the meatballs have a place to rest and they don't stick. Form 16 balls out of your meat mixture and put it in the oven on 425 and let it bake for about 20 to 25 minutes. Meatballs turned out looking like they were really delicious. I ended up pairing it with a salad instead of pasta. Which was 4 meatballs, had 296 calories, 16.5 grams of fat, 14 grams of carbohydrates, and 25.6 grams of protein. You're going to go ahead and use 1 small onion, 2 minced garlic cloves, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of flour, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 cup of chicken broth, and 14 ounces of tomato sauce. And the onions, along with some oil, saute those over medium heat for about 5 minutes until they're tender. Then add the chicken broth, followed by the chicken stock, and stir that together until there's no lumps in the flour. Garlic for about a minute until it becomes fragrant. Next, add your 14-ounce can of tomato sauce into the mixture and stir it around. And let it come together and boil for about 3 minutes, and then simmer for 20 minutes until it's nice and all combined together. I went ahead earlier and boiled up some chicken. I have 3 cups of diced chicken here. Balance tortillas and cut them into quarters so you have 16 of them. Tortillas one at a time and place them in the enchilada sauce and place them on the bottom of the 9x12 baking sheet. Then you're going to layer into 3 layers the tortillas, followed by the chicken, then a layer of cheese, then another layer of tortillas with the enchilada sauce, followed by the chicken, and then a layer of the cheese. It's almost like a Mexican lasagna. A 375 degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes until the cheese becomes bubbly like this. Take it out, let it rest for about 10 minutes, then cut it into 8 squares. He served 8 and it had 419 calories, 20 grams of fat. It had 37.7 grams of carbohydrates and 22 grams of protein. I would serve this with coleslaw, with like mango coleslaw or some kind of edamame, not edamame, but some sort of Mexican coleslaw or salad. We're going to be combining 3 tablespoons of honey, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of coconut aminos or soy sauce. Coconut aminos are less sodium, so I use that. 1 tablespoon of ketchup, 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, 1.5 tablespoons of sriracha, 2 garlic cloves that are minced, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1/4 cup of chicken stock, and 1 teaspoon of sugar. Combine those together and set aside. You're also going to cut up 1 small carrot, 4 cloves of garlic. I used some ginger paste that I had in the refrigerator, and we're going to put those into the wok in just a second here. Combine the onions, the carrots, and the garlic, as well as the ginger paste. I'm going to add your 1 pound of ground chicken and put that in the wok and cut that up into little pieces as you go until it turns opaque. Going to add the sauce, and this is the part that's important. You want to make sure that this sauce completely is engulfed into the chicken. It's going to take about 10 minutes maybe. I mean, you just kind of have to watch it, but there needs to be no liquid really. It just needs to totally combine into the sauce, and that's what makes the chickens. Take the wok off the stove and put the chicken in a bowl. I combined this with rice. You could put this in a lettuce cup. I just didn't have lettuce, and my husband likes rice, so we made white rice. This is super delicious and surprisingly not that caloric. I absolutely love this. I've had it one time before, but this time, because I let the chicken really soak up the sauce, it was super good. Highly recommend this. For this was 284, the fat was 12.2, carbohydrates 21, and the protein was 23.4. Here you could use the lettuce cups. That was the original idea. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get to the store and get some lettuce for these, but next time I want to try that. These are so good. I'm sure it would be great with the lettuce cup. The next was my enchilada. Super loved this. Had 2 pieces of it because I had tons of calories that day. And then finally the meatballs, and you can make a double batch or just, put this on a sandwich or put with pasta, or like I did, just eat it as they are with a side salad.